Joe Burrow's new hairstyle, which I particularly like. But right now we're going to start with Saquon, the Eagle, first training camp for the former Giants star running back who moved 100 miles south. Some of the bitterness from his Giants negotiation still stings. Here he is with Diana Rossini.
I feel like the Giants thought I was going to go out there and get 9, maybe 8, stretch at 10, and then I'll come back to them, and it's like, all right, well, we got you. If you want to come play at 9, you come play at 9, which I think that truly would have got it done. I think that's just where they valued me at. I kind of felt like it was like, kind of a little disrespectful, to be honest, because it's kind of like a slap in the face. But you go see what you are worth, and then if you're worth that, we'll see if you're worth it, and maybe we'll match it.
Okay. I'm expecting a monster year from Saquon.
No, and I think the Giants are not particularly well run, but I think this was a good decision. This was a great job by Diana getting the interview, but I was watching it, and like Diana said to him that during it they said, that he is the brand of the Giants, the most popular jersey, and the Giants are Saquon. That's more a product of how bad the Giants have been than how excellent Saquon Barkley has been. Saquon Barkley was one of the most dynamic college football players of his era, and as a rookie, looked like a phenom. And since then, has had one pretty good year, a handful of injuries, and a bunch of, I wouldn't pay that guy, make him the second highest, third highest paid running back in the league on a second contract for year 6. I wouldn't do that. And I don't think he is. I want to show you the Giants since he's been their offensive ranks in points and yards. And obviously he's a running back. There's only so much impact he can have. But one thing should jump out to you on this. So look at 2020 and 2021. Both those years, they were second worst in both categories. One year, he basically didn't play. One year, he played basically the whole year. And the difference was non-existent. Last year, he played awful again. Point being this, even when he's been really good, which is 2018 and 2022, the biggest difference is those were the 2 years that they had competent quarterback play while he was there. He's not Christian McCaffrey, where he is going to be that level of force multiplier. He isn't proven to be. So I wouldn't pay him $13 million a year.
Christian McCaffrey was crushing with the Panthers?
Christian McCaffrey's numbers were unbelievable with the Panthers. Yes.
They're winning games?
Well, that's a different question, Miles.
Well, I mean, if you don't contribute to winning, we're playing fantasy football, that's fine.
Okay, so I think Christian McCaffrey has been awesome since he walked into the league. If folks want to tie mediocre Panthers defense to Christian McCaffrey, that's fine. If we want to say his multiple 1,800-yard seasons, his multiple double-digit touchdown seasons are that he's not objectively the best running back in football.
I think he's better. You don't think it's at all parallel that he can go to Philadelphia and be surrounded with weapons, and so all of a sudden you're not the 100%, the only thing you need to worry about when you go into Giant Stadium is Saquon Barkley, that he can thrive, that you have to worry about Jalen Hurts. You're going to have to worry about Devontae Smith. You're going to have to worry about A.J. Brown. And all of a sudden, wow, Saquon's got open lanes. Saquon's got wide open green grass in front of him.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll let Greg go ahead. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be a difference maker for the Eagles.
Yeah, I definitely think he's going to be a difference maker for the Eagles, and largely because I believe that Jalen Hurts is going to utilize him and lean on him a lot more. When you have a quarterback that struggled, has been paid, and has questions looming around him, he's going to use Saquon Barkley to the extent of like how we see San Francisco 49ers use Christian McCaffrey, simply because if he drops back and he sees, oh my gosh, the picture isn't clear, you know what he's going to do? Saquon. Saquon can now run. I trust, if Saquon is healthy, he is one of the better backs in this league. I'm not going to sit here and act like Saquon Barkley is nowhere close to Christian McCaffrey. As far as statistics,
what we've seen from them in their careers, he has not been.
When Christian McCaffrey was with Carolina,
yeah,
he was great out the gate.
Great.
What was the number one knock on Christian McCaffrey?
Injury. Yes.
Injury.
But when he was healthy, he was outstanding. Saquon has had multiple healthy years where he was just fine. Again, he was unbelievable
and
as a rookie.
Christian McCaffrey always, for the most part, was playing with Cam Newton, and they had an offensive line.
Okay.
Like,
that's not
what offensive line does Saquon have?
Okay, now we're kind of in the weeds. I don't think the Panthers had great offensive lines after Cam left. Cam certainly wasn't there for Christian's entire time. He had Sam Darnold, he had Baker, he had a bridge year where Cam wasn't there and then Cam came back. But to me, you're asking if he's going to be a difference maker for the Eagles. The Eagles were an excellent running team without Saquon Barkley. So do I think he'll be relatively effective? Sure. Do I think that Saquon Barkley has proven, again, it's a weird corner to be on because everybody likes Saquon. He's one of the most likable players in the league. I understand that. And we saw him at Penn State and as a rookie look like worthy of the number 2 pick of the draft. There have been 5 years of football since then. And at no point has he recaptured that. At no point. There is no point. His rookie year is so far and away his best season. And everyone, I understand we are saying they haven't had a good offensive line. They haven't had good quarterback play. I understand all of that. But I think Saquon Barkley is the caliber of player to put a team over the top? I don't. I just don't.
It's not about him putting the team over the top. It's about him having a monster year and an impactful year. That is definitely on the board. When you have all those weapons, to Wild's point, the more weapons you have, it's like, who are you going to look at?
So,
who are you going to ID as the most impactful player?
2022, when he was on the Giants, can we switch those graphics? He had 1,300 yards, so if you add the reception yards, we're at around 1,700 yards, 10 touchdowns, 57, and no fumbles. So I would say if he could replicate this,
yes,
I would say this would be pretty good. I think he could
100%.
I think he could do better than this.
Oh, I think that's okay. I'll take the under on every single one of those categories, except for maybe
fumbles?
rush TDs. Well, no, you're not going to take the under on 0 fumbles.
Rush
TDs because I think there's a chance they use him as the tush pushback. Instead of, I don't think they're going to get rid of the tush push.
You cannot do Saquon for the tush.
Why not?
Because you can't have an injury-prone guy being your tush
I don't
push.
think
You got to put somebody else in there.
I think, but regardless, I don't think he's going. There is not a long list of second contract running backs get paid a lot of money and it works out. In fact, it's Christian McCaffrey, and that's the list. And so nobody wants to say it, I think, because everybody likes him. And they feel like, man, he's a huge what if. What if a more competent organization had drafted him? What if he actually was on a team with real quarterbacks and weapons for during the prime of his athletic prime, what he could have been? But that's likely over. His athletic prime is likely,
but I think that's where we live more than anything. It's the potential of him having all these weapons and having a defensive, a comparable offensive line, having the weapons around him and having a competent quarterback on a team that really could be successful without him, and you insert him in, and you're saying, nope, he's going to be.
I think he's going to be. I think he's going to be around. I think he's going to provide around what. Was it DeAndre Swift for the Eagles last year? Well, around what DeAndre Swift provided.
Can I pitch you one more?
I don't think it's a massive upgrade.
One more thing. Sounds strange. Because second running back contracts, a lot of times, like a lot of wear and tear, a lot of hits. In a weird way, has his injuries and lack of time on the field actually make him a little more fresh than the average second-year running back?
No, not to me, because that's the other thing that's a bit of a misnomer. Like, he had 1 year lost to injury. Every other year, I think he's played 10 games once, 13 or 14 the other seasons, and then a full season his rookie year. So he has been in the league 5 years. He has played, 5 years or 6 years? He's missed the equivalent of one season. So they franchised him last year, right? That was so he's been in the league 6 years. Pardon me. So he's played. I don't have it in front of me. My guess is he's played 74 career games. And so. Check it for me, please. But if it was
70, don't tell me you got that on the nose.
Did I nail it?
You're the GOAT.
Okay, thanks. I can just move on. All right, that's great. 6 full seasons would be that makes sense.
I thought he was missing random. How many quarters?
Shut up.
We'll just under the Hard Knocks shadow. Giants trying to trade for Jaden Daniels and Drake May. Danny Dimes is in camp and ready to return from an ACL injury that ended the season. He was asked about the Giants flirting with other QBs during the draft, and now on the show. Take a listen.
I mean, obviously, it's not, you're not excited about it, and, but they have a job to do. I got a job to do, so it is what it is, and we're at this point now, so grateful for the opportunity I have, and excited to play football. That's kind of my focus now, but yeah, I mean, it's not a fun conversation.
Okay, Greg, are you still riding with Daniel Jones? Because it doesn't seem like the Giants are.
Look, the caption that was with Joe Burrow, guess who's back?
Yeah?
Like, that's Daniel Jones.
Oh,
Guess who's back?
no. Oh, no.
Back again.
No, don't.
All right, that's good.
Danny's back.
Okay, we keep going.
Yeah, tell a friend. look, Daniel Jones is. I'm riding with Daniel Jones.
Why?
I love it.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm riding with
love
Daniel
it.
Jones. I don't think he's the future for the New York Giants, and I'm being serious.
Yeah.
I don't think he's the future.
Yeah.
I still think he's a really good quarterback that just hasn't been able to showcase that because of the same reasons we talk about Saquon Barkley. You talk about a guy that was sacked 30 times in 6 games. He was sacked 7 in the opener against the Dallas Cowboys, 10 in a game. Like, he never got out the starting blocks last season. And he not only made himself look bad, more importantly, Daniel Jones, you made me look bad.
That's true.
Because I had you
Really
high,
bad.
buddy.
You had top 10.
10.
I
think
had you
had him ahead of
riding,
Mahomes
soaring
at one
high.
point.
Top 10.
Yeah.
I'm not putting him back top 10.
No, but you know what?
I'm
Buy
still
low
with
on
him.
Daniel Jones. There's no one else on Daniel Jones' island.
There's
except
a
you.
reason. Can I tell you what's more
No,
likely?
we don't care about the reason.
No, can I just tell you what's more likely than Greg being right about this? He gets the Russell Wilson treatment, which is you're healthy,